So, Capricorns, let's get into your collective reading. Now, always have discernment with tarot reads, especially readings that you either see online or on YouTube. Just like how you shouldn't trust everyone on the street, same goes for random people online. And also, I'm just here to look at some fancy cards, see whatever message comes out for it. And if you just want to sit and listen and have a cozy time, that's fine. I don't mind people wanting to just sit and listen to me talk, because if you're watching this live, that could be some ASMR for you. And instead of just hearing about the next trendy thing that's going on, or the next drama piece, I don't know, you get to listen to someone trying to say you can have a better life, because that's usually the intention of the universe and really what I see for people. That's one habit that was kind of a blessing and a curse. I like seeing potential in people, because I believe everyone has the potential to be good and do good in their life if they are willing to. That's another careful set of words. This tarot deck wants to warp a certain way, but I don't like the way it's going because it bothers my brain. I don't like when my cards get curved. I like them straight. Welcome in though, whether you're watching on Twitch or on YouTube in the future. This is going to be for any and all Capricorn placements, so feel free to look into your birth chart if you know what a birth chart is. If you don't have to know what a birth chart is to maybe get a little reading from this Capricorn reading. Also, one thing to clarify. If you see the Devil card, I just saw it. Excuse me. This is for discernment for any Capricorn people. Stop being so scared of this card. This isn't a scary card. This is you. I hate to, you're one handsome hot devil, okay? You're a hot devil. What can the tarot say? You're just awesome and handsome and attractive like that. But anyway, the devil isn't necessarily always like the literal devil and you are a bad person and the Capricorn is the devil of the zodiac. No. Just think of this as yourself sometimes. You take every single association out of it, and if you are not resonating with the devil's card meanings, like the meanings for this card, and what's coming out of the reading, it's just a picture of you. So you know when you play like a board game, and you gotta like pick your character for like a board game, like in Monopoly, whether you pick like the little boot or the top hat or the like little thimble, whatever the fuck, that's your card. That is your person in this game of life per se. I don't care what it says. This is a Capricorn here. Just wanna preface that. Because sometimes I want to explain that in the middle of everything that I'm getting in the message, and sometimes we can just have the talk. We were having the talk. I know when you see red, it's scary. When you see red pop up randomly, it's a little scary. So we have to have the talk. The Magician and the Fool. The Magician right here. What are you? Actively and subconsciously brewing? Collective Capricorn. Clear, honest message, please and thank you. King of Cups, the Tower, Four of Wands. Give me 1 second. Don't mind any noise you hear. I don't know if you can hear it, like directional wise, but I have roommates and they have dogs and they like scratching on things, so if you hear anything, it may be them. I need to go check on one thing, so if you're watching this on YouTube, I get to just pause this and you get to teleport. So, Twitch, you get to see how we teleport. So if you want to see how we teleport, you get to watch. You have to watch live on Twitch. Just so you know. Oh my god, YouTube, how did I magically get this mug in my hand? It's like magic. It's totally not through the power of putting things on pause. Oh, you can't put life on pause, that's for sure. I mean, I say that because the Wheel of Fortune is just loudly side-eyeing your whole entire reading when I said that. But in the sense of, I don't think we're gonna be entirely, like... There's, like, rough stuff going on. Scratch, 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 scratch. Sorry, it's just distracting me, but also it's making me giggle. Ooh, that was strong. I may need to dilute that. Put a lot of hibiscus in that tea. King of Cups, the Tower. Four of Wands. That is my roommate's dog. I don't know if I said that in the YouTube video because I am recording. I just want to preface for anyone watching in the future. Any background noise. I don't live alone. There are roommates, so roommates with animals, and it is what it is. I don't know if it can pick it up on my microphone, but I like to at least explain. King of Cups, the Tower, Four of Wands. There's so much that... so much I could say with these cards, but I feel like the Wheel of Fortune says it enough because it's just shining light on... There's a lot going on in life, and it feels like you haven't been able to fully grasp on anything that you truly, really desired, wanted, and were passionate about until now. This is where life has moved so much that I think that's the weight of everything at the moment, but it's not even like a weight. It's more of like the Wheel of Fortune is like spinning like super fast that it becomes the weight of the Wheel of Fortune, which in my head I almost even said the weight of like the truth. But it's not a bad truth. There's something that is a truth, and understanding that, like, labeling a truth as a bad truth, or this is, I don't know, XYZ label you could think of to, I guess, truly understand whatever label you put on it isn't going to stray from you understanding the true, exact, like, truth. I think that's the real, like, thing I'm feeling. Thank you for the follow. It's raining _97. Hope you're having a good day or night wherever you are on this beautiful planet Earth of ours. We are recording a collective reading for Capricorn, so keep in mind this is a collective reading. It may not be it may not fully resonate with everyone. Can you all see the... Oh. Meh. I'll just do this. Is this, like, too much? It's kind of the same distance it was. Gives me a little room here. This tower is like super. I want to say so much about it, but I feel like I'm seeing the tower in like a weird. Hey, you don't look like yourself over here, tower. You don't look like the tower card I'm used to. And I don't understand if that's the energy that's happening within the energy of the tower card, because it could essentially be yourself sitting here like, we don't see ourselves like we used to, or something like that. I don't know how to explain this because this could be very complex and complicated with everything that has come up to this point in your lifetime. Like, a lot of you are thinking of a lot of like collective, hey, this decision led to this decision, led to here we are in life, you know? Well, thank you for saying. I hope I have a fabulous day. I appreciate that. I hope you have a fabulous day or night wherever you are in this planet Earth of ours. Continuing to the reading, I wanted to really emphasize the Four of Wands and the structure the Four of Wands really talks about. It's not just about abundance and like celebration of love and stuff like that, but it's a celebration of love for life, you could say. A celebration of we got this, we're doing this, we're creating this, and we're building this for ourselves. And here is A, B, C, and D reason of why we're doing this. See how I went from, oh, this label of X, Y, and Z, which is like the end of the alphabet, and then moving to this newer beginning, because we saw the Fool pop out earlier. It was when I was shuffling, I was like, it was the Fool and the Magician that came up, and I was like, that's kind of interesting. Any hoots, the Four of Wands is this like A, B, C, D, because it's four obviously, and I feel the need to really emphasize the new beginning of the Four of Wands energy. There's always something new that's being cultivated and created. It's like putting the support beams down on the foundation that you've created. You don't necessarily have the four walls that build a home, but you have the foundational pillars that really keep it standing, keep at least direction and like a blueprint for where walls could go and where the rest of the inner parts of a house could go. I think there's a fulfillment in seeing this grow, and this is where it's all like there's like a flashback to the truth in your mind, but whatever the truth is, it feels like the truth to your own soul. Because the tower is very interesting. Excuse me. Where's my regular water? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna shuffle this deck while I try and find my water. Trash. Oh. I have to refill it after this reading, but alright. This tower is super tricky, and I want to try and figure it out before I get the clarification out, but I feel like the clarification for the tower is very needed here. But also the tower, if anyone doesn't recognize the tower in tarot, the tower is very much sudden change, not just in your life, but in your mind. It could be a lot of things that you've built yourself up to believe, and now it's not actually holding any weight, and it's causing you to make it's not, hold on, let me go back to like I'm trying to find the right words for this. Because I'm like seeing the tower and I'm seeing the supports, like the wooden supports, like just crack under the weight of everything you're trying to put on this, what essentially feels like a new foundation for yourself. But it's almost like you may have taken down this tower. The tower card is taking down a lot of structures that really don't feel like it's the true us. It doesn't feel like it's gonna actually like support you wholeheartedly. But also, we understand that towers are built off of foundations. You can't build a solid structure without a solid foundation, one that is built correctly um, and is large enough to handle everything you want to build. What about your tower isn't getting enough support? What about the structures? What structures in your life aren't getting enough support from you, Capricorn, from yourself? In what ways could you essentially, don't worry about the pillars just yet. Don't worry about what pillars you got to put on top of the foundation. If it's not large enough to handle the things you want to build, how will these pillars ever have room to support everything you want to actually support in your life? You need a stronger foundation. You need a larger foundation and more space for yourself. And I think this is a big conversation of taking up space. Taking up space in your heart for yourself. Because I think you can. You got this. You know how. And you see yourself. You know what you need, but you gotta also see yourself like in every single area that you explore about yourself. So when you are trying to build off of this smaller foundation and like, why isn't this working? Why isn't this working? What are we missing? What are we missing? You're missing that the foundation that you used to work off of worked back then. It worked when you were younger, because kind of like when we grow up, everything in the world is so big when we're younger, and it's like this magical giant world of giants almost. And then we grow up and we actually get bigger as a human being, and we're like, oh, this is so much smaller than I remembered it being. And it's almost like wearing a shirt that is almost either too tight, but it's not like you gained weight, and if you want to gain weight, it's not like a bad weight. Like either you're gaining weight in the sense of gaining muscle, or you could just be packing up for the winter because it is October and we have to have energy for the winter as human beings. So if you want to feel like a bad person for packing on a few pounds for the winter, just make sure you're staying healthy. There's nothing wrong with having extra weight on you. Just as long as you're keeping yourself like balanced and healthy. There's like all different kinds of healthy. And also, it's a chore. And it's a little expensive to be healthy. It's a chore to be healthy and it's a little expensive. Okay? We can't be fucking meal prepping every single day, Janice. Maybe if you did that for the whole community and the whole neighborhood, maybe we would actually help and, you know, work something out here. But not everything in life is free now. And that's why we have companies that meal prep for us and send it to you in the mail. And I don't know how I feel about getting food in the mail like that, but that's how they do it. There's companies like HelloFresh that it's not like you cook along with it. They'll send you like a microwavable like meal prep dish that's like a steak or like a fish or something in there, like a risotto. Clarifying the King of Cups. Sorry, I felt silly going off on that tangent. A little bit. Clarifying the King of Cups is there 2 cards here? No. The Death card reversed and the King of Wands reversed. With the Wheel of Fortune? We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune. This picture right here, these like 4 things, they're not swords, they're not cups, and they're not pentacles. It's the same as this card. They're 4 wands. 4 wands. 4 wands. And I keep seeing 5 cups too, randomly. 4 of wands and 4 of swords? And the Fool. Okay, we're taking this. Shut the fuck up. The Tower as well? I don't know why, but that's bottom of the deck energy, possibly. Before we overwhelm ourselves. King of Cups, clarifying the King of Cups, the Death card reversed, King of Wands reversed, and Wheel of Fortune reversed. I'm going to show you these cards reversed, and then I'll show you them upright, so you can see the pretty art and all of its glory and all that fun stuff. There's an admiration you, I feel like, need to have with yourself here. It would feel weird saying that word with that sentence, but it feels like a sense of admiration. Am I saying that word right? It sounds weird. Oh, no. Okay. Now the word sounds weird, so now I don't even know if it's a word. The Wheel of Fortune coming out twice is very telling of watching a lot of things in your mind move by very quickly, but understanding them very quickly, and still also hanging in this, what could we do? Nothing's working. I don't know what I'm missing. I can't see what's being missed here, and this is where it literally, the 4 of Wands, swear to God, just like straight up came out as a beautiful, quick reminder of, if you don't have a large enough foundation for the pillars that you want to bring into your life, these pillars, 4 of Wands right now, for fuck all the meanings, right now it's pillars in your life, foundational pillars. And I want you to look up like just research, if you're not really sure what that means in your life, like a pillar, like a true solid support structure in your life, I want you to really like look into that and what that means, and like all of the psychology and all of that stuff, because I am not a doctor. I can't explain everything about all of the stuff in the brain, so I implore you to do your own research on that. Have discernment. I'm just a tarot reader. I'm not a doctor or licensed in any like medical thing or mental health field. So, just saying that because I want to be clear with how this coming up twice has been like a, hey, these don't have enough room to grow. There's not enough room for even like these trees, because they're wands. They look like trees, right? They don't even have enough room to grow when they're just cramped right next to each other. You need to space things out, structure things out in a way that you can space it out in your own mind, in a way that genuinely is like that functions well for you, because this is something that's not just functioning well, it's making you feel like, instead of you feeling like this is your body language while you're working, like slump shoulders, you feel almost kind of like, all right, like not like full, you're just kind of like stretching, but you're just like, all right, I'm just gonna like ready myself and not head like super fast into how do we build a larger foundation, but if we need to build a larger foundation, we, as you saying that to yourself, Capricorn, you need to figure out where to move thoroughly and intuitively in that direction, because the Fool is always somebody that's going to move in a direction that's like, hey, I understand that I have some fear and doubt in this, but I can't take any of that with me, because that's literally going to weigh you down. If you're going to go on a long journey, you got to carry things that are light and don't drag you and waste a lot of your energy along the journey. That's a very big key when it comes to the metaphor of life in how we pursue things. We can't take a lot of the fear and stuff that weighs us down, because it's going to waste our energy in trying to pursue what we genuinely want to pursue. Go out and explore the world for what there is to explore of it. Page of Wands. Or Page of Swords, actually, my bad. This is clarifying the Four of Wands. We have the Page of Swords, the Three of Swords reversed. We can leave that there, and then we'll do bottom of the deck energy. Or, how do you want to be here? Okay, sure, fine. Last card for Capricorn. Let me just make sure. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, like officially, what did I say at the beginning of this video slash reading? We were talking about the zodiac associations in the tarot cards, and how Capricorn's card is what feels like to some Capricorns is like, oh, that's kind of a mean card. I wish like my card wasn't such a mean card, because the other cards aren't really that mean. You are the devil in the tarot, Capricorn. And I told y'all at the beginning of this, if you don't remember, to not think of the devil as the devil. This doesn't say the devil. This is just you, Capricorn. This is just you. Not good, not bad, just Capricorn in all its quirks. All its varying ways. Tower reversed. What is the proper length and width of this foundation that you need? Because as soon as you step into this, what is the length and the width of the foundation you need for these pillars you want to build, you enter into a whole new era of healing. Something that really has been clouded by a lot of noise, and I see this Five of Wands noise kind of falling to the wayside because it's reversed. We have Five of Wands reversed, Three of Swords, Page of Swords. Three of Swords reversed gives me this. You are almost done in the last chapter of healing you were pursuing. Now this is a new one. And it's going to be exploring an area that I can't even look any further into. Because this is something that's for you. Sometimes the future energy literally cuts me off intuitively because it's like, you need to do this yourself, Capricorn. Once you see it, you will know. And I want you to know that in this reading, it is all energy that is moving you forward and wishing and praying for this genuine forward movement in something that feels good to your soul, not just to society and what other people think and what we should probably uh, do based off of other people's opinions. I'm gonna say, like, when I put a quote unquote on opinions, I genuinely mean like someone's opinion that isn't worthwhile. Like, if you have a best friend of like 10 years that's saying, hey, you're acting funny, you're probably gonna take that word more than some random stranger on the street that you met 2 days ago, or something like that. And it's like you meet them at a party and then you see them again and they're like, oh, you're not like the same from how I met you. And it's like, bitch, you've only known me for like 2 days. This person's known me for 9, 10 years, kind of a thing. So there's a quote unquote when it comes to taking people's opinions, because there's obviously a degree to that. And I think you're really keeping an eye on that degree and really opening yourself up to the people who are going to come to you, who are genuinely there for you and have been there for you for years and years and years, are going to be honest in how they feel about you because they want to see you grow. But it's not like an honesty to where you have to constantly feel like you are needing to do better because you're not doing good enough. Life isn't about doing better because we're not doing good enough. It's about doing better just because we can, and it's sometimes cool to find some things that are better. Some things that are better are just kind of cool, and we don't always have to pursue them, but it's nice to at least like know that that is there for us to pursue in life. Like, we can always learn new things, try something new, learn something new about a topic and get better at that like skill or subject matter, whatever it is. There's so much here for you in the terms of knowledge, but it's knowledge of the self, and I can't really explain exactly what that is until you understand what is the thing that keeps you grounded in life. Where can you expand in those areas? Because you can. You can. I don't care if anyone thinks that you're not allowed. You can. If it's healing you and it's helping you, you can. I I just want to make sure that you are making sure that you're staying healthy and happy, you're not hurting yourself or anyone around you, and you're being smart and safe about what you're doing. I don't give a fuck what you do. Don't give a fuck what you do as long as it keeps you happy and keeps you sane. Because we're all trying to stay sane out here. Because everyone's a little crazy. So, why can't you be a little crazy about yourself and your dreams and your passions, Capricorn? It's okay to have fun in life. We're allowed to. It's the whole point. It's why we work so hard to take vacation days and stuff like that. We probably shouldn't have to work as hard as we do to get those vacation days, but that's... Psh, I'm making too much sense in that department. Psh, anyway, I'm just joshing with you. Just joking with you. I truly think that you can live to see a better future for yourself just because you have the free will to see better. It doesn't mean you're not doing enough. It does not mean you're not doing enough. It just means that you can see better, and that's kind of cool. Some people can't see better for themselves, and that's that they feel like they're at a loss. But you can. And you shouldn't feel like that's a bad thing. And sometimes we have to keep those ideas to ourselves if we want to not hurt people who they're not really ready for the information you may have to give them, which is okay. And that's fine. And that's the little tricky part about human nature and society in general, is just how we communicate. But it's taking life as it, I hate to put it this way, but it is what it is. As it is, so it shall be, but it's also saying that in a way of no room for a good or a bad label here. Things are just as they are, as they be. So, as I light this last candle, I am, ooh. I don't know why I feel like I'm lighting the candle for your birthday, but it's October currently as I'm recording this. But if you're watching this during the Capricorn, like, season, excuse me, because this is gonna be on YouTube later in the future. Happy birthday! You should blow this candle out. Oh, I almost flicked wax onto me. I tried to do a trick of making it look like you blew it out yourself, but I don't know how to do that on my end. I wanted to be cool. It's still a little too hot. I'm gonna leave that there. Thank you for being here, Capricorn. That's all I think I have for you, because you really know what to do from here. And if you are not sure, either rewatch this reading or trust your heart. Your heart. Tell your mind, tell your brain to let your heart speak for once. You'll find all the information there. Because the death and the transformation have happened, and now you're confused of why you're not a caterpillar anymore, and holy crap, I have wings on my back, and they can make me fly, and I can actually, like, not crawl on the ground like a caterpillar anymore. Yeah, you get some wings now in life. And you get to learn how to use them at your own pace. Everyone learned how to use them at their own pace, and some of us aren't really even given the knowledge that we were even going to get wings to begin with, in a metaphorical way. Feeling like you have found some freedom in your own sense of enlightenment. So, give yourself a lot of grace and time and kindness. I really want to preface that because it's very important to be kind to yourself when you're trying to heal a lot of hurtful things and a lot of big transformations that have happened. A big example is that a lot of moths may not even, like, because moths go through a similar cocoon phase. And sometimes when they go through certain cocoon phases, they actually don't have the, like, strength to break the cocoon, and it's very unfortunate stories for whatever happens there, because I don't even want to think about that, because that's kind of terrifying. But you can ask for help and ask for guidance and how to break out of this shell, or even you broke out of that shell that it could have been a traumatizing experience, and now you have to learn how to fly, but you kind of want to stay on the ground because the ground feels nice and it feels familiar. You are okay to stay on the ground. You don't have to let your wings fly right away, because the big part about moths specifically is how moths have to take, like, some time to let their wings actually, like, expand for like a day or two, and their wings can get, like, super huge, which is really cool actually. So anywho, enough about that. I feel like moths are very symbolic, so if you see any cute or maybe even creepy moths, understand that moths are a lot more complex than just some regular butterflies. But even some butterflies are really cool, like monarch butterflies. The whole monarch butterfly migration is a really, really cool sight, not gonna lie. I think it was only ever captured a couple times on camera, but I don't know about today because it's 2024, so who knows what's caught on camera. God, there's so many jokes I can make there. I was thinking of, like, everything's caught on camera because it's now all introducing AI generated found footage, which is that is definitely a thing that has been made. It's a little bit of a crazy world we live in. We are in the future. We may not have flying cars, but we have flying buses. That's kind of what an airplane is, don't you think? Guess it's all a matter of perspective, Capricorn. So, what perspective or perspectives have you been gaining and seeing and exploring? Allow yourself to open up, because this is where you're finding that true structure and the firm foundation of it. So, thank you for listening in on this reading. Thank you for letting me read your cards. I appreciate you all being here. We are not ending on stream just yet, but for anyone that is watching on YouTube in the future, thank you for being here, and I hope to see y'all in the next one. Peace.